Welcome to the Brooks and Zach 100 Years podcast. I'm Brooks, and Zach is not here. So, we're doing our first Minisode ever. Sorry about this, guys. But our schedules just didn't line up, and we weren't able to record this week. But we didn't want you to leave with nothing. So, Minisode. So, yeah. We will be back next week on November 1st, we're doing a Halloween themed episode, but it's not Halloween, so the episode theme is going to be scary stuff in non-horror media. So if any of you are listening to this and think of something you would want to share, you can just email us at brooksandzach100years@gmail.com and, tell us about some scary and some non-horror that you experienced possibly when you were a kid or whatever. So, we're kind of experimenting a little with these things. I'm going to try to keep this quick. It is 1:36 a.m. when I'm recording this, and I am trying to keep quiet enough to not wake anyone else in the house, but at the same time loud enough for you guys to hear me. So I'll go through the news, and then I have a special segment for you guys for the minisode. So I'll just quickly rattle these off because I don't have Zach here to bounce off of and such. So, Ukrainians turn statue of Lenin into Darth Vader. Interesting. So, Ukraine really wants to get rid of all of its history of Soviet being under the Soviet rule and everything. So they convert a statue of Vladimir Lenin into Darth Vader, which is pretty funny, but if you try to stop yourself from being associated with communists and Stalinist Russia, then one of the last things you want to do is start erasing parts of your history that you don't like. So, just saying. The remake of The Raid has lost its director. The studio and Taylor Kitsch, who's apparently a part of it, is now left. So everyone's abandoned the remake of The Raid, which, I don't like. I'm not saying people should lose their jobs, but I'm saying that this should probably not happen. So the only producer left is XYZ Films. So I'm just saying, The Raid, if you haven't seen it, it's amazing. I still need to see The Raid 2, but The Raid 1 is cool. A guy kills another guy by slamming him down into a broken door. It's really neat. Johnny Depp may star in director Edgar Wright's Neil Gaiman time travel movie. So there's a thing coming out that Edgar Wright is doing, and it may have Johnny Depp. So that's pretty cool. It's an adaptation of Neil Gaiman's story, Fortunately the Milk. So I haven't read it, but Neil Gaiman's a really good writer, and I really like both Edgar Wright and Johnny Depp, so that should be cool. The release date, the air date of the Sherlock Christmas special, the one set in the 1800s, has been revealed. It's going to premiere in the U.S. Friday, January 1st. So that's sort of close to Christmas. Decent enough. That should be fun. So that's some about Jessica Jones, but not really news. Hannibal's Brian Fuller reviving Amazing Stories for NBC. So, Amazing Stories was this thing in the 1980s. I think it was Spielberg. I think Spielberg did it. It was an anthology series. So, and then Hannibal's really good. Zach watched a lot of it, and I want to watch it. So, the guy's probably a smart guy. So, that should be good. The Force Awakens is coming to Netflix in Canada. Canadian Netflix customers will be the first to stream Star Wars The Force Awakens in 2016. According to Variety, Canada is so far the only territory to have nailed down the rights to stream what will no doubt be one of the biggest films of the year. So, good on you, Canada. Die Hard 6, they are announcing that Die Hard 6 is going to be a prequel set in, I believe, 1979. Follows Bruce Willis when he was a cop, which is a horrible idea because you can't die hard before Die Hard, because Die Hard was the first time he died hard. So yeah, there's a whole thing where John McClane is no longer really a character. He is just Bruce Willis, action man who's invincible and no longer the relatable, plucky, vulnerable hero from the original. So that's a horrible idea, making that movie. Power Rangers movie finds its... Oh, there's an ad. Power Rangers movie finds its Blue Ranger in R.J. Cyler. Another cast member said, R.J. Cyler will play the Blue Ranger in Lionsgate's upcoming Power Rangers movie. Big Ranger Nation welcome to R.J. Cyler, who is playing the Blue Ranger in the Power Rangers movie coming 2017. A post on the film's official thing announced. I haven't seen anything, but they said they were casting a lot of unknowns. Cyler now joins Naomi Scott's Pink Ranger, Dacre Montgomery's Red Ranger, and Ludi Lin, whose role as the Black Ranger was revealed just yesterday. Oh, so I've missed this. I haven't noticed any of this. They've been casting all of these things. Power Rangers is slated to hit theaters in January 2017 with Project Almanac's Dean Israelite signed to direct. According to Israelite, the film will offer a mature but still playful spin on the Mighty Morphin Heroes. So the whole Power Ranger movie, I'm really excited for it. It's probably one of the movies I'm most excited for because the character descriptions are pretty cool. They're getting some unknown actors, It all sounds very interesting, but the thing is, the picture of this article that they use for the thumbnail is the Blue Ranger from Lost Galaxy, when the movie's going to be a remake of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. So that's me being a nerd and nitpicking, but whatever. I really like Power Rangers. And then lastly, Ben Affleck is possibly directing a solo movie, and he says, when asked about that, he says obviously that would be like a dream. So everyone's saying that he's gonna direct a solo movie called The Batman. That's the rumor. He may even direct a trilogy, which, in all honesty, what I would like to see is, I'd like to see The Court of Owls is a story. Long Halloween should be a story, and maybe end on Dark Knight Returns? Something like that. That could be a trilogy. I don't know. I remember thinking about what 3 Batman stories we haven't really seen on film would make a really good trilogy. And I'm like, but it's probably not that. I'm really tired. I'm just trying to get through this. Oh, but only the best for you listeners. So that's the news for this week. Didn't want to leave you hanging on that. So now we will commence with a special segment called Going Balls Deep with Brooks. Yeah, I was about to say my last name, but I'm caught myself on that. So Going Balls Deep with Brooks, where I pose to you listeners some very deep questions to tide you over, to think about while you're waiting for the next episode of Brooks and Zach 100 Years. So, here we go. Why do noses run and feet smell? Do you think that the only giraffes that know what giraffe farts smell like got farted on by other giraffes when they were small child giraffes? So when Marty goes back to 1985 at the end of the movie and it's all good and stuff and he doesn't remember anything, what happened to the Marty who lived in that time? Was that the Marty you saw go back? If so, does he go back to the same past, and what will he change? Would things be even better? What is love? Baby, don't hurt me. Don't hurt me? No more? Question mark? Feel deep inside. Breathe. What happens to files on your computer when you delete them from your computer? It's a smell shit right there. If you sat in a chair, would that make it not a chair? I don't know where I was going with that one. Okay, segment over. That's the end. So that's all I got for you here at the Brooks and Zach 100 Years Minisode #1. And trust me, we'll have a real episode coming next week. We just didn't want to bring in another guest too soon to replace Zach after having a guest last week. And we didn't want to leave you with nothing. So take care. You know where to find us on Twitter and such, and Soundcloud and Itunes and all that goodness. Good times had by all. All right, I run out of things to say without Zach here. So see you guys.